Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Marvel Legendary Legacy Adventure. Last time, we defeated Ultron, finishing off Silk's hero path, and today we're moving on to battle number 1 in the Ancient One's hero path. Huzzah! So, this is the Legacy Adventure hero path, the Ancient One, designed by Don't Feed the Green. Shoutouts to them. And we're on battle number 1, Walk the Astral Plane. Students of the mystic arts, welcome to Kamartaj. In these hallowed and sacred halls, the Ancient One will impart the wisdom of his many years and guide you on your path to becoming a fully fledged defender of our realm. The first lesson you must learn is to shed mortal constraints and walk the shadowy and silent trails of the astral plane. Here, anything can be, and many things are. You will need to master this fluid and ever-changing realm if you wish not to be caught sleeping by your enemies. So today we're facing Nightmare. When you fight Nightmare in the astral plane, instead of revealing a tactic, KO one of your heroes and Nightmare moves to the Mastermind space. He always leads the Fear Lords, and Master Strike Nightmare enters the Astral Plane. If he was already there, each player discards a random card. Escape, each player KOs one of their non-gray heroes. Nightmare moves to the Mastermind space. So he's going to be going to the Astral Plane a lot, so we need a lot of recruit. And the scheme is War for the Dream Dimension. Set up 7 twists, add an extra villain group. Twist reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. The villain you revealed with the highest printed attack enters the Astral Plane. It does not do any ambush abilities. If you revealed a second villain this way, that villain enters the city. Put the rest of the revealed cards back in any order. Evil wins when there are 3 villains per player in the escape pile or the villain deck runs out. So the Astral Plane is going to be getting pretty full up with Nightmare, the Fear Lords, and the Scheme. So escapes from the Astral Plane should be pretty common. So we're going to need a lot of recruit to deal with the Astral Plane. We're also facing the Spider Foes and the Sidera Maurice Bridge Builders, and the extra villain group for the scheme is going to be... That's not the right... Oh no, I clicked the thing. And the extra villain group is going to be the Brotherhood. And we're playing as the Ancient One, Wiccan, Professor X, Karma, and Howard the Duck. As I mentioned last video, Enchantress works really well with the Ancient One and would work really well in this setup. However, I've decided to do something completely different. So we're not allowed to replace Wiccan or Karma. The only 2 we're allowed to replace are Professor X and Howard the Duck. And Howard the Duck has some synergy with no team icons, with Rebel Without a Cause and Right Place, Wrong Time. So I'm going to bring in Archon, because he has no team icon, over Professor X. This is entirely because I think it would be fun. It would be fun to build this deck. But Archon does have a recruit card. Not that one, this one. He has a recruit card. His Spectrum stuff is pretty good. And his rare, if I get it, getting 4 recruit and 4 attack is actually pretty damn good if there's going to be a lot of stuff in the Astral Plane. Again, don't play around a rare, but if the rare works well, along with some of his other cards working well, it's a pretty good combination. I think this is the first time I'm bringing in Archon of my own volition. He's shown up in a couple of setups that I've used, and I've used him. But this is my first time bringing him in, so I'm excited, I think. Maybe it's not the first time I brought him in? I don't know. I'm clicking this button. And if I fail miserably, well, I know who to bring in. Can't defeat Venom unless you have a covert hero. Okay. Alright, we have options here, and they're all kind of whatever. This, I'm probably never using this, because the Astral Plane is going to be so full up. It is optional, so this is basically just a 2 recruit card. It's very unlikely that I'm ever going to want to put something into the Astral Plane. This is kind of cool. This says Wall Crawl. What are my splits? I have a 4-4 recruit and a 4-4 recruit. Okay, if I buy this, I might be able to get up to 6 recruit next turn. Unlikely, but possible. I'm gonna take a recruit card, obviously. It's just the question is, what am I taking it with? Or what am I going to do next turn? I could take this. This works decently with wall crawl too. I didn't even think of that combo. I need recruit. I gotta take all-terrain barbarian and see what comes up. Alright, I can do something. I can try and do like covert stuff over on the left. I can get a draw two. And then on the right, I guess I start with Howard and see what happens. Ambush. After this villain enters the city, if there's a villain on the bridge, that villain and the henchman each gain a shard, otherwise move this to the bridge. It's there. Now I also need attack, right? Because I need to keep the city clear too, because my loose condition is escapes. So I need attack, but I also need recruit. I'm gonna buy Astral Projection first over here. Alright, the Orb of Agamotto. Ambush! If there's a villain on the bridge, that villain and this henchman each gain a shard. Oh. Really annoying. We have 6 recruit. I think I want this. Just draw 2. Draw 2 is good. It's a lot of ducks. What am I gonna do with all those ducks? Well, I'm taking a duck. I will need recruit, and there's no attack cards to take, so. Oh boy. I did not add a hero that has a super high amount of attack cards, so this is unfortunate. Reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. The villain you revealed with the highest printed attack enters the astral plane. If you reveal the second villain this way, that villain enters the city. Alright, well this enters the astral plane and does not do ambush abilities? Correct. A Master Strike is about to show up, which means this is going to enter the astral plane, which means... Or this is going to leave the astral plane, and there's nothing I can do about that. I guess I cleared the city a little then. Because I can't fight this. I don't have enough recruit. I could try to draw into my 2 recruit card. I can only draw 1 card. I feel like it's a better idea to just fight this, clear the city a little bit. So I'm going to play this as Supersonic Speeds. Spells. Supersonic Spells. And I'm going to fight this for 4. No, fight this for 4. I need to get it out of the bridge. Fight this for 4. Gives me a shard. And I'm going to buy Astral Confrontation. Try to lean into covert over here, but I'm probably going to need to pivot because there's not enough covert. There's not enough attack cards either. So Master Strike. Nightmare enters the astral plane. If he was already there, each player discards a random card. He wasn't already there, but we do have an escape. Escape, each player discards down to 4 cards. Unfortunate. Let's see. I can get 6 recruit next turn to fight Nightmare. So I will do that. And I need to KO something from the HQ. Karmic Balance is really good. 4 recruit is going to be really nice in this setup. I think I'm going to KO a duck. Whack. Okay. Howard has arrived. I need to take that over here. Because this side has 2 cards with no team icon, I think. So Howard, this side's a Howard deck, I guess. Reveal the top card of the bystander deck. If it's a special bystander, rescue it, otherwise put it on the bottom of that deck. It's not special. Very unspecial. Can't fight Nightmare, but I can buy a duck. Quack. Oh. Master Strike. Nightmare enters the Astral Plane. If he was already there, each player discards a random card. Well, so much for me fighting him this turn. That's unfortunate. I guess I can buy something then. Buy this. Sure. Just gonna buy this for 4. Ambush. Green Goblin captures a bystander. I have... Wait, I bought this on this side? I guess I did. Oops. Well, I can't fight you. Because I do not have a covert hero. I can't fight you. Probably should just do that. Yeah, just do that. Choose a number, then reveal the top card of that deck. If the card is that cost, then you get +1 attack. I guess I could fight this too if this succeeds. 0? Wow. So I could fight this. I don't really want Sunspot. It's kind of messing with my vibe, you know what I mean, but I do need to keep the city clear, and this is the highest attack thing I can fight, so. It's messing with my buzz, man. Oh, having an X-Men is going to be good for that. So Rivalry? It's a good card. Karma's really fucking good. I like Karma. I'm going to buy this. I guess I'm doing a covert thing over here. I'm going to need attack. And then I'm going to buy a sidekick. How many Traveling Companions have showed up? Is this the 4th one? This Traveling Companion is... Come to the party. Ambush. If this after this enters the city, if there's a villain on the bridge, that villain and this villain each gain a shard. Alright, well, I can fight Nightmare this turn, but first... Reveal the top card of the villain deck, or bystander deck. If it's a special bystander, I rescue it. See a rare, buy a rare? Question mark. I mean, this card's good. I should probably fight you before something else gets into the Astral Plane, and I have to KO my non-grays, though. And this gives me a KO. It feels bad not to buy this, but I think I need to get Nightmare out of here, so I'm going to fight him for 6. If I fight him in the Astral Plane, instead of revealing a tactic, I KO one of my heroes, and he moves to the Mastermind space. Then to recruit, I'm going to buy a sidekick. Should be buying new recruits instead of sidekicks. Alright, Scheme Twist. Reveal top 2 cards of the villain deck. The villain you reveal with the highest printed attack enters the Astral Plane. If you reveal a second villain this way, that villain enters the city. Alright. I'm gonna do this one in the Astral Plane, because I guess I get to choose. And then this one enters the city. It means you have escaped, and you get a shard. So escape, each player gains a wound, and I need to KO something from the HQ. Probably a duck. Goodbye, duck. 4 more villains escaping, and I lose. That ain't great. But I can fight Nox this turn. And that's it. Oh no, I could play Supersonic Spells. I don't get a card draw, but it does let me kill something, which is good. I don't have an X-Men to fight Blob, which is why I put him into the city. instead of the astral plane. Okay. I could put someone into the astral plane after I fight Nox. No, I can't. Well, I can depending on what I draw. What if I do supersonic speed and draw 2 instead? And then depending on what I get, I might be able to fight 2 things in the astral plane? I mean, but by that logic, I can just fight 2 things this turn anyways. I'm just going to fight 2 things this turn. I'm going to play supersonic spells. And then everything else over here, I'm just going to not do. I'm not going to put anything into the astral plane because that seems like a bad idea. I'm going to fight you for 4. And fight KO one of my heroes. Then if Nox is in the city, she enters the astral plane and captures a bystander. And then I'm going to fight you for 4. You get another shard. And fight KO one of my heroes. Wait, I should have fought this one. I did fight this one. This one's still here. Alright, Scheme Twist. Reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. The villain I reveal with the highest printed attack enters the astral plane. And there's another villain. It enters the city. And it ignores the ambush effect. And this one enters the city. But this one does not ignore the ambush effect. So ambush, after this enters the city, if there's a villain on the bridge, that villain and this villain each gain a shard. Alright. Well, I'm going to fight something this turn. And not phase. I'm going to say 0, probably. It's most likely to be 0, but it's not 100%. It is 0. Very good. I cannot fight 2 things. I can fight this. I don't have a covered here. I can't fight that. So I can fight anything in here other than this or this. Giving out wounds sounds like a not great idea. So I guess I'm just fighting a bridge builder. And I'm going to buy a new recruit. I'm going to buy a sidekick this turn. I think I'm going to play Supersonic Spells twice. That gives me a card draw and 5 attack. 5 attacks enough to fight something. So I'm going to start with Supersonic Spells and then another one. 2 attack, draw a card. I can't fight you because I played these as ranged cards, so they are no longer covert. Right side has an X-Men for Sabretooth. That means I get a wound on this side. I guess I'm okay with that. Each player reveals an X-Men hero gains a wound. Right side reveals Sunspot. This side gains a wound. Then I'm going to buy a sidekick, and I'm going to KO that sidekick to KO this wound. Master Strike. Nightmare enters the astral plane. Goodbye. Escape. Each player discards down to 4 cards. Okay. And I need to KO something from the HQ. Seven attack. And fight you, because then you'll push him out. I can fight you, because I do have an X-Men. I guess I'll fight you. It's going to be hard to fight you. I should have discarded my troopers instead of my agents. I actually get Throg. And I'm going to fight Nightmare for 7. Instead of revealing attack to KO one of my heroes, the Nightmare moves to the Mastermind space. Do I still get the shard? I assume I do? Gains 1 shard from a defeated villain Mastermind after fighting them. I mean, I did fight him, so I guess I get the shard. I have 3 shards. I can use those 3 shards. Or I could fight you. No, I probably shouldn't. I think I should use the shards to... Oh, but then I would have to KO one of my heroes. I don't want to do that. I can move you to the Astral Plane? It seems bad. I'm just going to save my shards. Alright, 1 attack, draw a card. Do I play this or phase it? I could fight something this turn if I shatter it. I don't have a covert still for that. It only affects masterminds for 1 fight, but... if I shatter you, move you to the Astral Plane, you'll still be shattered because... right? So I can shatter you, fight you for 2 attack, and then fight you for 2 recruit and get 2 KOs this turn. I like that idea. I'm shattering Nox. Then 2 attack, I'm going to say 0. I'm going to fight Nox for 2. Fight, KO one of my heroes, then it moves to the Astral Plane and captures a bystander, and then I'm going to fight it for 2 recruit. Which KOs one of my heroes, and then I rescued a test pilot. I'm going to choose recruit. Fighting this is probably a mistake, so I'm not going to. Instead, I'm just going to buy a new recruit. I need to fight that when I have a lot of recruit laying around. Master Strike, Nightmare enters the Astral Plane. I'm going to fight this for 4. Gives me yet another shard, and I KO one of my heroes. And I'm going to buy another All-Terrain Barbarian, I think. Master Strike! If he was already there, each player discards a random card. I have not a lot of attack this turn. Start with this, I reveal the top card of the bystander deck. If it's a special, I rescue it. It is special. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, put any that cost 2 or less into your hand. One shard. I want Rebel without a cause. Yeah, Rebel without a cause. I want these over here too. Alright, I'm going to start with 2 recruit, then I'm going to draw 2 with supersonic speed. And I'm going to fight Nightmare for 6 to move him back onto the Mastermind space. and I KO one of my heroes. Ambush. Green Goblin captures a bystander. Alright, 1 attack, draw a card. And I played a card with no team affiliation this turn. So this is 4 attack. I don't actually want to play Astral Projection. I don't want to shuffle my deck right now. I might not play this card. I'm going to fight Nightmare for 6. For each of your ranged heroes, rescue a bystander. Nightmare enters the Astral Plane. I have 1 ranged hero. Yeah, I don't want to play Wickham this turn. I'm going to buy an Officer. I don't have a whole lot of Recruit over here because I've KO'd half of the ducks, so I'm going to buy 1 Officer. I need some Recruit over here. I need to get to these. And then I'll probably buy Karmic Balance over here. Alright, let's see. I'm going to start with All-Terrain Barbarian, and then I draw 2 with Supersonic Speed. Draw 2 more with the other Supersonic Speed. 2 attack, I choose a villain and gain 1 attack for each villain adjacent to it. I fight Nightmare for 6. KO this. And then I'm going to fight Dockok. I'm going to fight Dockok for 4. Which lets me draw 8 cards at the end of the turn instead of 6. I want to give this to the right? Nah. Let's see, I have 5 attack. I can fight something this turn, which is good. I'm going to say 0 for this. Damn, never lucky. I'm going to fight Dockok for 4. Draw 2 extra cards at the end of this turn. I'm not going to make another officer, I'm just going to buy a new recruit. Or buy another officer, I mean. Scheme Twist. Reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. The villain you reveal with the highest printed attack enters the Astral Plane. If there is another villain, it gets put into the city. That's a bad escape effect. I need to remove you immediately. So 2 recruit, then I'm going to draw 2 with Supersonic Speed. Draw 2 with the other Supersonic Speed. So Rivalry, I'm going to pick this to gain 2 more attack. And then more Recruit. More Recruit. Even more Recruit. I'm going to fight you for 5. I cannot have you enter the Astral Plane this turn because you'll escape, and that's a bad escape effect, so I am instead going to not do that. I'm going to fight you for 6, which rescues me this bystander and gives me an extra recruit. I wanted these on the right, but they're also just good on the left too, so I might as well, right? Wow, who could have seen this coming? Alright. These are actually good scheme twists because they're not doing anything. It does mean I can't fight Nightmare though, which is a little annoying. Alright, start with this. 2 recruit. Reveal the top card of the bystander deck. If it's a special bystander, I rescue it. Choose me another one. For the top 3 cards of the hero deck, the player of my choice gains one that costs 3 or less, put the rest back in any order. Well, I'm going to want these 2 cards eventually. To attack, reveal top card of my deck. If it costs 0, has no team icon, draw it. Re-attack. I played 2 other cards with no team icon this turn. Oh fuck, I put the wrong thing on top of this deck, because now I can't fight the Lurking Unknown. That sucks. I do have a covert for this, though, so I'm going to fight this for 6. Give me this. I have a decent chance of getting Spectrum over here, so maybe I take this. Okay, the top card of the deck is a 4, and then the thing after it is also a 4. So Scheme Twist, reveal the top 2 cards of the villain deck. The villain with the highest printed attack enters. Oh fuck, I can't fight that. I sure can't. That's not great. And there's nothing I can do about that. Well, draw 2. And 2 recruit. I draw 2. So Rivalry is no longer great. Okay. If this is just going to escape anyways, I can spend shards, fight Nightmare, and then fight Nightmare to get him out. Yeah, okay. Spend 3 shards to get 3 attack. I'm going to fight Nightmare for 6. Fight. Each other player discards 2 cards with recruit icons. Nightmare enters the Astral Plane. Which means you have escaped. That was going to escape anyway, so it escaped, so now I KO something from in here. I'll leave this. And then I'm going to fight you again for 6. And I KO one of my heroes and it moves to the Mastermind space. Oh, we could have seen this coming. Okay, so this enters here, but doesn't do its ambush effect. This enters here and does do its ambush effect, so there's nothing on the bridge, so this goes to the bridge. Just gonna fight this for 3. Fight, kill one of my heroes. And I'm gonna buy a new recruit. Ambush. This enters the bridge, because there's nothing on the bridge. Let's see here. 2 recruit, and the sewers are empty, so I get an additional recruit. That's exciting. And I'm going to draw 2. The sewers are still empty. KO a hero. I'm going to fight this for 3. Fight KO one of my heroes. I could put this in the Astral Plane and fight it too. Alternatively, I could just fight one of these. Get it out of there. It gives me an extra shard. The top card of this is 4 cost, right? Because it's... yes, okay. So if I fight that for 2... I'm not putting anything into the Astral Plane. I'm just going to fight this for 2. So I gain a shard from this, and fight, reveal the top card of the hero deck. I may pay recruit equal to its cost to have the player of my choice gain it as a hero. And I'm buying a new recruit. One attack, draw a card. Then 2 attack. Reveal top card of my deck. If cost 0 has no team icon, draw it. I do have Spectrum. Covert, range, strength. Yep, 2 attack, Spectrum, draw a card. I'm just fighting Nightmare for 6. It's going to be in the Astral Plane and I can't get him out, so... Each other player KOs one of their non-gray heroes. Each player who KO'd a hero this way draws a card. Oh, that's moderately annoying. So Rivalry, I suppose? This side's very thin. And Nightmare enters the Astral Plane. I can't get him out, unfortunately, but... I'm going to phase this card. Save it for tomorrow. I'm gonna fight this for 3. Fight, KO one of my heroes. And I'm gonna buy a new recruit. Hopefully Nightmare doesn't immediately get pushed out. Well. Ambush. Despair enters the Astral Plane and captures a bystander. So you have escaped. Wasn't supposed to be there. Escape. Each player KOs one of their non-gray heroes and Nightmare moves to the Mastermind space. That's not ideal. And I need to KO something from in here. It's gonna be this one. Draw 2. So, fortunately, Nightmare escaping doesn't add to the evil wins condition. 1 attack, draw a card. Then 2 recruit. The sewers are empty, so I get an additional recruit. Then I draw 2. 2 recruit. The sewers are empty, so I get another one. The top card of the hero. Guess a color, then reveal the top card of the hero. I can put it back on top or bottom. If you guess right, you get +2 attack. Covert's probably the most likely? Darn. I want to keep that on top. It might be good. Eh. I'm going to fight you for 5. Fight, KO a hero, then if Despair was in the Astral Plane, he enters the city ignoring his ambush ability. And I may KO one of my heroes, or a hero from my discard pile. Then I'm going to fight this for 5. Or... you escaping from the Astral Plane isn't actually the end of the world, so I'm going to fight you for 6. Each other player reveals a covert hero or gains a wound. Rebel without a cause. And I buy a new recruit. Alright, I do not have enough recruit to fight you. 2 recruit, reveal the top card of the bystander deck. If it's a special bystander, rescue it. 2 attack, reveal the top card of my deck. It costs, wait a minute, can I get Wall Crawl? No. 2 attack, reveal the top card of my deck. Cost 0, has no team icon, draw it. By this, I'm going to fight... I could spend shards to fight this to get a KO, or fight this, or fight this. This escaping would be very terrible. I'm going to spend my shards to fight that, so I can make sure that doesn't happen. And I'm going to buy... both of these are good. This one's more good, I think. Alright. 1 attack, draw a card. Alright, I win. 2 recruit, 2 recruit, 2 recruit. 2 attack, I'm going to guess covert. Yeah, I was right. I gain 2 more attack. Can milk some XP. Or not XP, victory points. Let's fight this one. Fight, KO one of my heroes. And then I'm going to fight Nightmare for 6 and win. That is a very scary start. Got some VP. Left side got 45, and the right side got 37. If you add those together, you get 82. Let me go ahead and plug all this into my spreadsheet. And write that I replaced Professor X with Archon. So I got 82 VP. And go to Battle 2. Very nice. I think Archon worked out pretty good. All-Terrain Barbarian was nice. It was 3 recruit sometimes. And then this side didn't actually use a lot of Archon. Or any Archon? Yeah, this side... Oh no, it had a Quiver of Thunderbolts. This side didn't get quite as good as I was hoping it would. A few more turns, if I could get this and this, a few more turns, and I feel like this was a very good Howard deck. I wanted it to work, and it worked decently. It wasn't bad. It could have been better, though. Oh man, if I unlock the Ancient one and I get Howard as like my, one of my hero paths, I'm gonna have 2 no-team icons to add in for him. That'll be sick. That relies me on unlocking the Ancient one, though. Anyways, the right side was like a decent Howard deck. It wasn't amazing, but it was good. It got a decent amount of KOs just naturally. And then the left side was honestly a pretty disgustingly thin covert deck. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 8 cards with 1 starter card and a wound left. I needed to recruit more things over here, but I was too busy dealing with the Astral Plane to actually recruit anything, so... It definitely could have been a better deck. I could have gotten Lord of Dragons or this at times, but instead I was fighting the Astral Plane. Like, it could have been better, but it was good enough for what I needed it to do. Like, say I played every card in my deck. I would probably need to play this as the attack side. If I played every card in my deck, I had 6 recruit and 5 attack, which isn't ideal. Sometimes 7 attack from this. Yeah, I needed more attack cards over here. If the game kept going, I probably would have bought a Rebel Without a Cause just for a 2 attack card. Or Lord of Dragons. I mean, all I need is 6 attack to fight the Mastermind and 6 recruit to fight the Mastermind in the Astral Plane, so it was good enough for what it needed to do. 1 more attack card would have been ideal, so that I guaranteed had 6 attack instead of having to deal with, or use temporary possession. But I could have just not recruited anything for the rest of the game and had this guaranteed to be 4 attack, because there was a covert on top, so. It was fine, and I had shards left over too for more fighting. Alright, that's going to do it for today. Next time, we're going to move on to battle number 2, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.